When you sweat, you just don't lose water, you lose electrolytes.
Important nutrients and minerals that your body needs, including magnesium.
Magnesium is the key to good health and disease prevention. Without it, you'll likely have low energy, poor stamina, and weak vitality.
Most people don't get enough magnesium,
And most magnesium supplements are poorly absorbed with little as 4% of the benefits.
but Magnesium 5X is not your average supplement.
It has some of the most bioavailable and highly absorbable forms of magnesium in the world. 5X will help your muscles function, your bones, tooth, tissue development, and heart function, and boost your energy.
Kelly and I are proud to be the official launch partners for SOULLIFE and Magnesium 5X here in America.
Use our code and get $20 off every bottle. Change your life for the better with SOULLIFE.
Change your life for the better with SOULLIFE and Magnesium 5X. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to your Daily Smash for Friday, April 12th, 2024. I'm Rick.
I'm Kelly.
Coming up, OJ gone. I'm going to tell some stories about that. And Kelly has some great gossip from Neiman Marcus coming up.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
Is that where you get the best stuff?
The best gossip?
Yeah.
No, I've known everybody there. They work there, you know. I have a lot of friends that work there. I've known for years and years, and
they love to share.
And they love to share the gossip that happens at Neiman Marcus. It's funny.
It's good stuff. Want to remind people, you may have seen the SOULLIFE order at the beginning, SOULLIFE commercial at the beginning. In order to order and get your discount, just a reminder, 2 or more bottles, you go to checkout. Make sure you use our soullife.com/Rick and Kelly login. And then once you get to checkout, you'll see the $20 off per bottle. So you'll get a $69 bottle for $49. And use the auto order because you're going to want more. I'm telling you, this stuff is amazing.
Oh, I forgot to turn my phone off.
Uh-oh. Tax day, Monday. Hope you got yours done. I went to do ours today with our accountant. Everything's good.
Good.
Oh, guess what else happened today?
Hey.
Hi, baby.
What are you doing over here? What are you working on?
I'm actually not working. I'm playing June's Journey.
Oh my gosh. I love that game.
Yeah, it's so cool. It's like this 1920s murder mystery, and you have to find the hidden objects. Kind of like a Where's Waldo situation, but much more intricate and complex. And there's a story behind it of an actual murder that took place in this mansion. And you have to find all these little clues, and each time you finish one screen, then you learn a bit more about what might have happened and who might be responsible.
So there's like a thing of like Chanel number 5 right there, right? Like that's so cool.
You have this series of rooms filled with clues, and once you find them all, you move on to the next level. And along the way, you learn the murder mystery story behind it all, and eventually you can try solving it, but I haven't gotten that far. And you can customize, remodel, and fix your mansion and your garden island as you play. The download is free, so all you have to do is click the link in our show description, or you can scan the QR code, and you can get started on June's Journey today. Kelly caught me playing a game.
It's neat.
It's free too, so
if it's free, it's for me.
Yeah, and it's cool. It reminds me of games I played when I was a kid. It's fun. You'll enjoy it.
I like the graphics on it.
Yeah,
it's like you're in a movie. It's like you're like back in the 1920s. I like that.
And there's like the little things you can do on the side, like you can fix up the mansion, you can fix up the garden. You know, you get points and stuff. And
you guys just download it on your app on your phone. It's really a cool game, and it's pretty.
I am gonna go into the OJ thing in the news, but I'm gonna go in depth on OJ on our Rick and Kelly show on Patreon, because there's a lot I want to say about it that I can't say here on YouTube without being.
Because you covered that story, right?
I was there for the preliminary hearing in July of 1994, and I mean I was
a freshman in college in 1994.
Yeah. It was 30 years ago. You were 18 years old.
Yeah, I was at my parents' house and I was looking at that Bronco, and we're all like, "He did it."
Oh, the Broncos are Hirsch now.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. What does it say? OJ's last. My brother Eric sent this. OJ's last ride.
Yeah. I have so much to say about that coming up. I also picked out new shirts today, and Matt from Savage Suiting, he gave me 6 of these to pick out for my new shirts, and Kelly was like, I can't. I'm
Oh,
overwhelmed.
this is overwhelming. Like,
There's more. There's 6 of these.
no one's texting me all day. I get on this and everyone's texting me. Isn't that
Oh.
funny?
Do you
But
need
this is, I mean, it's like it's
See, I got more.
it's
But the
I
shirts are
like
so comfortable.
these. I like these custom.
I'm going to work with him on. He's doing
What is
suits
this?
for.
Like these QR codes.
He's doing suits for service members. Like he's doing a charity. We're giving free suits to service members. Like these young Marines can't afford a suit. They go to a wedding or they're going for a job interview and they need suits. So we'll talk about that more when.
That's a nice thing to do.
But he set up a 501c, the whole thing. I gave him some advice on that today. You had a funny story about Jolie when she was going to work the other day.
Yeah.
What'd she say?
She was on the bed with her Converse like up, and I go, hey, and I lay down in bed with her, and I go, aren't you going to work? She's like, I don't want to go to work. And I go, why not? She's like, I don't want to go to work. I go, don't you love making money? She goes, I love making money, but I don't like the working part of it.
See, now I can relate on some level.
I had no problem going to work, I think, at that age because I liked making money.
Well,
And I also liked my jobs, I guess.
that's the key. See, that's what I was going to say. If you love what you do, I love this. This is fun. I loved my job as a correspondent. I got a kick out of it. But if you hate your job, you don't want to go.
I loved the job I loved. I mean, I love this the most, but the job working at the Arizona Republic and having like my regular people I'd go and visit.
Yeah.
It was like not working. It
Right.
was like I would shop and I would know everybody in Scottsdale that had businesses. You know, I had a huge territory.
Well, that's a cool job because you're not just sitting behind a desk all day.
Yeah, but in the summer, it sucked.
Oh.
Because it was like 115 degrees.
Yeah.
And you go in your car, and oh my God, I remember one time I was taking pictures of cars, right? Because I was a car rep first.
Yeah.
Like, remember you see those double trucks and stuff like that in the newspapers?
You would take the pictures
I would
of the
take
vehicles
the pictures
that were,
of the, and I remember having a suit on.
Uh-huh.
And it was like I was sweating so bad that it had the silk lining in there.
Yeah.
It felt like someone wrapped me up with saran wrap.
Oh my God.
Like I felt claustrophobic. I felt like I just wanted to rip it off me.
Oh my God. Now, did you drive your own car and they reimbursed you for the miles?
Yeah, and I always add a little bit more.
It's okay. The statute of limitations has run out on that. You can tell all. That's cool. I love, that was the thing I loved too, is getting out of the office. You know,
Yeah.
And I would travel. There was always first or business class flight, and you know, we'd stay in decent, sometimes not decent hotels, but sometimes nice hotels. But you know, free meals and free booze after dinner.
I met the nicest lady on the Virgin Atlantic.
Flight home.
The flight attendants, they must watch Bravo like crazy because they love me. Like they absolutely adore me. They absolutely they get a kick out of me. Anyway, she was giving me. I get bottles of wine. She was giving me pajamas. She gave one to Rick.
I got pajamas from Virgin.
From Virgin. I mean, they're soft and cozy, right? It was so nice. Anyway, she DM'd me, Vicky, and she was telling me that she takes these legs to go to South Africa. I am manifesting us to go to South Africa. We have a lot of smashers that are from South Africa.
Yeah.
I am dying to go to Cape Town. She said it's beautiful.
Here's my suggestion. Because we never took our scheduled honeymoon. The honeymoon we were going to take was going to be a safari. And it was during the pandemic, and prices were triple, and travel was really challenging. And so we put it on hold. But you can go through South Africa to the next destination for a safari. We could go to South Africa, spend 3 nights there, and then go on and do the safari.
Okay.
And I say 2025. We have a big trip this year, 2024.
I say 2026. I'm kidding.
Well, 25 will be our 5-year wedding anniversary. So we could take a 5-year wedding anniversary honeymoon.
That'd be nice.
And go on a safari.
That's right. I would love that.
You heard it here first. How about that? I wanted to read a couple comments from people. Yesterday's show was like 32 minutes long.
And I'm so appreciate you guys watching until the end.
I didn't know how many people would be left, but apparently there were a lot. Because I got a bunch of comments, and here's a couple of them. I made it to the end. I always make it to the end because you guys are so fun to listen to every morning when I get ready and put my makeup on. Love from Gilbert, Arizona. There's no name. It's user IK9JJ6RH5W.
I like Gilbert. Everything's brand new and neat up there.
Is that above or below Phoenix?
It's near like Tempe Mesa.
Oh, okay.
It's
not east?
It's east, but it was nothing when I was a kid. Or like it was started to get developed when I was probably in my 20s, like in the early 2000s. Or late
25,
1990s.
30 years ago.
Yeah, but they have I always watch these TikToks and they have these anthropology outlets in Gilbert.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Rose Burke, I always make it to the end. I'm a party patron member too and miss you guys on the weekend. Well, if you're a party patron, you should be joining us on our Zoom call every Sunday. We do hour-long Zoom calls with our party and VIP patrons.
Did she
on
not?
The Rick and Kelly show.
She not get?
She says she's a party patron. I'm going to make sure that she's on our list. We had our intern going through to eliminate old names and make sure everyone was on there. So
I love our assistant.
Yeah, she's terrific.
What did?
Terry Berry said, "Always make it to the end. Wish it was longer."
That's nice.
And then Cherie Nicholson, always watch till the end. Thank you guys for watching to the end. If you love the longer shows here, you will love our Patreon. And no commercials, by the way. Speaking of commercials, let's pour some Ilia wine, shall we?
Oh, sure.
We spoke with Layla Joy Williams yesterday, the founder and, I don't know, what is she is, CEO of Ilia.
Oh my God, my phone. No one has texted me all day today, and now it's going off like crazy.
See, I'm so deaf, I can't even hear that.
It's like irritating. I don't know why I didn't turn off. I'm so sorry, you guys. How rude of me.
Well, I'm going to help you with that momentarily.
All
First,
right.
Cheers to the most incredible woman
You
on
want to
earth.
open up your wine? You want to get some oxygen to it? Open up the fruits. And then cheers.
Cheers, baby.
Clinky, clinky, drinky, drinky.
Music to my ears. This is the Roble Red. Order 3 or more bottles, you get free shipping from Ilia.com. They also have a contest for a free subscription. All you got to do is follow them on social media. And she has candles. Wonderful smelling candles. So you should check those out.
She needs to send me more.
Oh, and here's a clip of Layla Joy, who we spoke with yesterday.
You know what's really interesting? I've learned so much about this industry because I came to it as a businesswoman and a consumer. So I really didn't know. I'm not an enologist. I'm not a sommelier. But what's really it comes down to truly is the climate. You know, what you'll find is that when you go to like France and Italy, that it's so intemperate at this point that a lot of the grapes are actually grown in Spain because year over year, even with global warming, it's really consistent. In addition to that, there are grape varietals that are like exclusive to Spain that you won't find anywhere else. So it's a combination of a multitude of things. But, you know, one of the things I love most about Spain and the cuisine and just the culture is it's very clean. It's no preservatives. It's very clean. Everything is fresh. And that's what I really love most about our collection.
She is such a lovely woman. And
she is.
It's a joy to work with Layla Joy.
I don't know, she's got a baby. She's doing this. She's living in a different country, dealing with all kinds of different, like, logistics. And it just makes you think, God, am I that lazy? Because that chick is going crazy.
You're not. I mean, we're not. We hustle. She did say that
my top is Zara.
They do ship to UK, someone asked, and Ilia does ship to the UK. I know we have a lot of viewers in the UK. Was there anything else you want to talk about before we get to...
Oh, yes. I want to play the message for him that I got from our friend from England.
Oh, you have your gossip, your Neiman Marcus gossip.
Yeah, and I also
too.
had that other gossip. I want to share with everybody.
Okay, all right. So
Can you get my phone real quick?
Yeah,
And I'll turn
I'm
it
gonna
off.
pause for a second.
Okay, so I get this. So I went to Sketch where the Housewives were
In London,
in London.
you were there
town.
before they were there.
I was there before.
Yes.
And
Did we go there on our first date weekend?
Yes, we did. And so my friend Damien, he's actually one of our smashers. He reached out to me.
He's one of our patrons.
And patrons. He reached out to me, and so is Zanny. Zanny is too. So I met me, Jolie, Zanny, and Damien were there. And Damien used to work at Sketch. He paid for our drinks. I had 2 old fashions, and it was. So I get this message yesterday. So I want to play it for you guys.
Okay.
And it looks like you got back well and safe, and you look great, by the way, on your smash. You look really refreshed. Your skin looks amazing. And I'm glad you're back with Rick. You all look really happy. It was so great meeting you in London. It made me so happy that you and Jolie turned up. It was just really nice, especially in Sketch where I used to work. And you're definitely right about the misfits, shall we call them, the housewives. One of my friends who still works at Sketch, she's one of the managers in the bar, and she was just talking to me, and she said, and the other night there was a load of these housewives in, and they were making a big argument everywhere, and Morad, the owner, who I know really well, he's not happy that they were there, and he was kicking off about the whole scene. So you were right, there was a big drama about it. Anyway, I'm asking a favour as well. Could you please send me your address, because I had a card for you, and it's actually in my other bag, so I'd like to send it to you, because it really was so nice meeting both of you. So I look forward to hearing from you soon. If there's anything you ever need, you know.
Anyway.
Please send me your address?
How nice. I love that accent. It just sounds so refined.
It's sophisticated.
It's sophisticated. I love it.
Classy. Hey, how you doing? Hey, okay. I mean, it's night and day.
Come give me some coffee and walk the dog.
So he's saying that he worked there, and now his friend who still works there, they're like, what the hell just happened here with these women, right?
Like, how embarrassing. I'm sorry. You know, I was in the midst of it too, like when I was on there. But those girls attacked me in Ireland. Like, it was, Sketch is like high class, beautiful, like, and you're in a different country, you know? I felt...
Making a bad name for Americans like we don't have one already. Hashtag misfits. I mean, you talk about a name that's going to stick. I mean, if the shoe fits, wear it, right? Misfits? Sorry, I shouldn't say that. So you had more good gossip from your Neiman Marcus connection.
So I went to have lunch with my friend Coral at Cafe R&D, which is a Hillstone. It'd be nice, you know, like if you guys have been to Houston's or Gulfstream, it's like that group. Anyway, so I'm like, oh, I'm just going to take a stroll through Neiman's. I haven't been through Neiman's in a while, and I want to get a new lipstick. Mm-hmm. Got a beautiful lipstick today from Dior.
Is that what you're wearing right now? I love that color.
Yes, it's Dior.
I love that.
And they have these new matte lipsticks, beautiful. Anyway, my friend, I'm not going to say her name, she got a facelift through Dr. Brian. And she's like, I am not happy. She's like, she asked me who did Vicky's. I said, Dr. Ambe. She's like, I wish I would have gone to him. And I'm like, well, she looks great. Like, I think she looks amazing. I'm like, and trust me, I don't like Brian, but he did do a good job on her. I said, your skin looks beautiful. She's like,
but she wasn't happy.
She's like, I wish he would have done it tighter. And I'm like, I think everyone kind of says that, you know, they wish they would have gone really tight, but then you don't want to look like too pulled, right? So she runs over, she's like, oh my gosh. She's like, you're going to die when you hear this. She's like, Heather Dubrow comes in here all the time, acting like she owns the place. She's like, it is so embarrassing. She's like, she thinks that she is hot crap. But she said the other word. I'm like, I know. She's like, no one can stand her in here. And I'm like, oh, yeah. And she's like, and then, I go, do you see Shannon? You know? She's like, no, I don't see Shannon coming through here. She's like, I used to. But I don't see Shannon as often as I don't know. Like, what about Vicky? Because I used to go there with Vicky. I was just like, nope. I don't see Vicky coming through here either.
Wow.
Because she's right in the front. She works in cosmetics.
Yeah.
So she sees everybody coming and going. She said, but you're not going to believe this. And I go, what? And she's like, well, I guess David Bador, she's like, I used to work with his sister. And I'm good friends with her. And she said that David came in, and I guess he was getting divorced from Leslie, and then they filed for divorce, and then I guess he went back with her. And when he went back with her, he went to the Chanel store there at Neiman's, and he spent $40,000 at Chanel as like, take me back kind of a present.
Damn.
40? She said
$40,000. That's a lot of money.
That's some dough.
That is a big shopping spree.
Well, you can only get like maybe 4 purses.
Yeah.
Or maybe 3.5.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, if you do those caviar ones, they're $12,000 now.
But they hate, or at least she does, Heather. Not a fan at all.
Not a fan. Can't stand her.
Yeah. And she just walks around like she wants people to recognize her.
Yes, that's what she said.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what she said.
Yeah, she's craving that attention.
I'm shocked that she even goes like shopping. I thought she had like stylists that came out and
She probably sounds like she wants to be seen, and she wants people to make a fuss over her. Mm-hmm. She wants to be a big deal. Interesting. In the news now.
In the news.
You may have heard that O.J. Simpson passed.
Thank God.
The White House press secretary, in her daily briefing, offered condolences to O.J.'s family and not to the families of Ron Goldman or Nicole Brown Simpson. Can you imagine the White House? This guy, maybe he wasn't convicted, but that's what I'm going to get into on the Rick and Kelly Show on Patreon. The worst criminal trial of all time, the worst outcome. There's never been a more guilty murderer than O.J. Simpson. Without question, he murdered those 2 people. And you could argue, I'll argue with you about it all day long. If you want to defend him, you think he didn't do it.
I think we all know that he did it.
He absolutely did it.
Did he even confess it in some kind of memoir?
He did in a roundabout way. He actually did kind of confess. And I went to the preliminary hearing 30 years ago in July '94 when they present evidence to the court in order to get the permission to prosecute the guy for the crime. You have to say, we have this evidence, this evidence, this evidence, he should be charged with murder. I've never seen a clearer picture of guilt, of evidence that was like a giant neon arrow pointing right at him. The blood trail from Bundy to his vehicle, in his vehicle, blood in his vehicle, from them, and then up his driveway into his front door, and bloody clothes in his dryer.
If it doesn't fit, you must have quit.
What a joke. What a travesty of justice. And I was talking about this with Matt today at lunch, the suit guy. And he was talking about how different people, different communities reacted. You know, like African American communities, in many cases, were cheering when the verdict was read. I was at a battered women's shelter in the Bronx, working for WNBC at the time, and watched the verdict with those women. And many of them were African American, many of them were minorities, but they had been beaten by their husbands. And Nicole Brown was beaten by O.J. repeatedly. She called the cops, she called 911, I don't remember how many times, well over a dozen times. Broke her arm, bloodied her face, she had black eyes. These women at this Bronx shelter were horrified when the verdict was not guilty. You could tell, it like took the wind, it was like they got punched in the gut.
Well, when somebody beats the crap out of you like that, you got to pay attention. Mm-hmm. I mean, the next steps is they're going to kill you.
Yeah.
Like, they are going to kill you. You have got to get out of that cycle no matter what, because your life depends on it.
Yeah. Listen, I get O.J. was a big star. He was an awesome running back in the NFL.
He was a hero.
I was a huge fan of his. I loved his Hertz commercials. I think he was in the Naked Gun movies. He was hilarious, you know. He was a bad dude. Okay? Bad dude. Sorry. Not sorry.
She was gorgeous. I thought she was so stunning.
Yeah.
But didn't they think there was like thing that his her coke dealers, because her and
I had a guy
her
reach
and
out
Faye
to me.
Resnick.
I had a guy reach out to me who said he had
Yes.
this whole backstory, this whole other suspect who was a drug dealer. Supposedly Nicole owed a lot of money, and they went to collect. And I think he said that the guy went with OJ, so OJ was there, but the person he was with wasn't, according to this person, Al Cowlings. The person he was with was this drug dealer who wanted to get paid. I don't know that I believe it.
But this guy wanted you to like. He said he had information.
Yeah, he wanted me to do the story. I haven't heard from him in months.
But he was friends with our friend in Nico.
Yeah, Nico put him in touch with me.
Yeah.
I'm wondering. I thought about him today. I wonder if this is giving him the impetus to try and sell that story again, because he's trying to sell the story, and supposedly there are tapes of this alleged killer's confession. But again, I don't believe it. I don't think there's any doubt. I mean, I know there's no doubt that OJ did it.
All right.
Because of the physical
without
evidence.
a shadow of a doubt. Circumstantial evidence.
In any case, more on that on Patreon. We hope that you guys have a fantastic, smash-tastic Friday.
Right here, Ron Goldman.
What about him?
The dad.
Yeah.
He used to work at Nordstrom's in Scottsdale Fashion Square Mall.
Did he really?
Yeah, I used to see him all the time.
So they
After
won
that.
in the civil trial.
In the men's department.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. In the civil trial, they proved that OJ was guilty, and they won a $33 million judgment against OJ, and he never paid him a dime.
I know.
And with interest, that money is now ballooned to over $100 million.
Well, didn't he go broke? Didn't he file bankruptcy?
OJ?
Yeah.
I don't know, but he got a pension from the NFL, and they're planning to fight with whoever stands to inherit it. OJ's whatever he has, they're gonna fight.
Didn't he try to go after his stuff that he sold, and
that's why he wound up in prison, because years after he was acquitted of murder, he went to this. He was in Vegas, and someone was selling memorabilia that he said was his and was stolen from him. And he went in there with guns, and they stole it back. They basically went in there and robbed the guys who he thinks robbed him. The guy must have been...
He's a thug.
60.
He's a thug.
Anyway. Sorry. Not sorry. Good riddance. The world's a better place without him. Okay, there I said it. Thank you to all of you who stayed with us to the end. I hope you enjoyed this smash.
Yeah.
And we look forward to seeing you all next week.
Bye, guys. Have a smash-tastic weekend.